Turning a group practice into an IOP or PHP in Colorado changes your licensing, your payer relationships, and your revenue cycle, while the state rewrites its rules. A structured outpatient program is not just a larger group practice, and Colorado is mid-regulatory transition, so older startup assumptions are the costly way to find out. If your Colorado group practice already treats substance use or co-occurring conditions, an IOP or PHP may be a logical expansion. This is a diagnostic guide, the licensing, staffing, location, and payer decisions to frame before you change your operating model. Why does the conversion make sense for many Colorado practices? Colorado has visible demand for addiction treatment and behavioral health access across Denver, Colorado Springs, Fort Collins, Pueblo, the Western Slope, mountain communities, and rural areas. And you are not starting from zero. You may already have clinical talent, referral sources, intake patterns, and a reputation in the community. The opportunity is serving patients stepping up from weekly therapy or stepping down from a higher level of care who need a structured program close to home. But the risk is specific to Colorado right now. The state is moving from legacy licensing to the behavioral health entity structure, and the Behavioral Health Administration directs operators to its current licensing page, not older startup assumptions. Once you advertise IOP or PHP, the conversion may shift you from clinician-level compliance into program-level oversight and payer scrutiny. Do not assume the structure that worked for individual therapy still works for a structured program. Here is the strategic takeaway. Do not let licensing, credentialing, EHR, and billing decisions happen in separate silos. Behave Health brings CRM, EHR, and RCM tools together, designed to connect strategy, compliance, clinical documentation, admissions, credentialing, and billing before those work streams turn into launch blockers. And Behave Consulting helps operators pressure test the model against current BHA transition issues, state and payer questions, and the operational systems your team will need. For decisions to resolve before you market the program, work through each one before you advertise an intensive outpatient or partial hospitalization program. Decision 1. Your licensing pathway. The core question is whether your converted program needs a Colorado Behavioral Health Entity License, designation approval, or another BHA pathway. BHA oversees behavioral health entity licenses, 27-65 designations, safety net approvals, recovery support service organization licenses, and controlled substance licenses, and points providers to 2 CCR 502-1 for current rules. Keep the analysis tied to what you will call the service, which population you will serve, and how intensive the program will be. Decision 2. Staffing and clinical leadership. Most group practices are clinician-centered. IOP and PHP programs are program-centered. Level of care fit, clinical consistency, documentation quality, supervision, and payer communication. If you intend to become a behavioral health entity, design staffing and leadership around the current BHA structure and the level of care you actually plan to deliver. Define the population and service intensity first, then validate against BHA rules, payer contracts, and any accreditation strategy. Decision 3. Whether your current location can support the program. IOP and PHP create different privacy, access, scheduling, clinical intensity, and payer expectation questions than ordinary outpatient therapy. Plan for where patients can realistically attend multiple sessions per week. In Colorado markets, distance, weather, transportation, and provider shortages shape access. If the lease, zoning, rule layout, or shared space arrangement is uncertain, resolve the risk before you commit to a launch date. Decision 4. Colorado Medicaid and commercial payer strategy. Colorado Medicaid billing has its own operating complexity. HCPF's Behavioral Health Billing Manual is maintained for consistency across regional accountable entity and managed care organization contracts. Verify provider enrollment, program credentialing, medical necessity criteria, documentation expectations, and authorization review before relying on the revenue model. National resources on IOP billing codes like H0015 and S9480 can help your team ask better questions before payer enrollment or claim submission begins. Put side by side, the shift is bigger than it looks. A group practice runs on clinician-level compliance. A structured program faces program-level oversight and payer scrutiny. And your EHR, CRM, and RCM need to support program workflows, not only private practice notes and claims. This article is a starting point. not a launch manual. Verify the details before you launch. With the Behavioral Health Administration's current licensing and designation materials, with qualified counsel, with Colorado Medicaid and your commercial payers, and with an implementation partner like Behave Consulting, before you market the service or commit capital. Stop marketing a program your licensing and billing posture can't support yet. Scope the conversion with Behave Health. Book a 20-minute demo at behavehealth.com.